Lyndon Wissart. Yes, give it up for Lyndon. Give it up for Lyndon. Let him explain his amazing story about how he reversed, or you could even say cured, his type 2 diabetes with a natural diet. So go for it.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
First and foremost, I'd like to thank Leon Marshall for inviting me here today. It's an honor and a privilege to be here today amongst a person who's got so much knowledge about diabetes where I had no knowledge about diabetes. And the funny thing about it is that there's so much knowledge about science of diabetes, science of prostate cancer, science of food and everything like that. But for me, it was never implemented. I didn't know about it. I've been a chef for over 30 years. Okay, my parents are Jamaican heritage. I was born in Hackney, and I grew up in Tottenham. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm not going to give away my age, but I grew up in Hackney and Tottenham, and you know, I was at an event a couple of weeks ago, and they were talking about knife crime, gangs, and all that kind of thing. And one of the things that we do in life, we have a choice sometimes. We either go down that way, or we go that way, or we stay in our own lane. Yeah? So I chose not to go in one lane, I chose to go another lane, which was to be my own self, do my own thing in my own way. And through my journey of reversing my diabetes, I found that I had to look back at my history of if I had it before. Because when I was diagnosed, I didn't know the symptoms. How many of you know the symptoms of diabetes?
Yes.
Yeah, it's not me. I didn't know. I had no idea what the symptoms were. None at all. Okay. When I was diagnosed and they told me what the symptoms were, I had to look back on my life, back into the 80s, when I was a young man working at the Savoy Hotel. I worked at the Savoy Hotel when I was young. I was ambitious and I was focused. When you worked at the Savoy Hotel, you worked there for 18 months, and they said to you, once you work there, 18 months, you get a certificate at your end of 18 months. You can work anywhere in the world, in any hotel, any restaurant. Yeah? So that was my focus. Because from a young man, my dream was always to be a chef. My goal and my focus is always to be a chef. When I got the job as a trainee chef at the Savoy Hotel, I was working on the section, doing the dog bodies jobs, cleaning, washing up, but just listening. And one of the things that I really, really remember is when you went into the kitchen, it was a hot, busy place. And once you go into there, they're all talking French. Yeah, it was a different language. They're calling out the orders in French. They were, and I didn't understand it. I thought, what am I doing here? How am I going to learn this? What's going to happen? And through my belief within myself that I wanted to succeed at Savoy, I thought to myself, okay, Lyndon, let's just focus on what needs to be done. So what I decided to do, I decided to work morning, noon, nights, Monday, Friday, 7-8 days a week. It didn't matter to me because my vision was a long-term goal to get that certificate. Within, I would say about 6 months of being at Savoy, I was a trainee. They moved me up to a position called a commie. Yeah, but remember one thing, and what I'm talking about, I'm always a trainee. Yeah, so I moved up to a commie. Yeah, working with a chef de partie. A chef de partie is a person that runs a section. Like for the fish section, for example, he runs that. He takes care of that. If the hot fish, cold fish, larder, meat section, he takes care of that. So I'm his little boy running around. Yeah. So I was a commie, but remember, I'm still a trainee. I'm still going to college 1 day a week, learning. Okay. So what happened after 6 months being a commie, 7-8 months? You know what happened to me? They moved me up to chef de partie. Yeah. They saw the potential in me. They moved me to running a section. Yeah, running a cold fish section. Yeah, within a year. I ain't supposed to do that. I remember, I'm still a trainee. So I'm doing things I'm not even supposed to be qualified to do yet. Yeah, but I was able to do it. Yeah, within a certain period of time, after a year and a half, of being there, I was going to the meetings, the chef de partie meetings. Yeah, and there's chefs there that were running sections before I even came there as a commie or as a trainee. Yeah, they wasn't even going to those meetings. Yeah, there's something in our minds that tells us we can do something. There's something in our minds that let us believe that we can achieve certain things. Yeah, and the main thing that I remember sitting in this office, and the chef's office got a glass on it, so it oversees the kitchen. And when you're sitting down in this office with all these chef de parties, sous chefs sitting down as a young man, it's like, wow. It's like, wow. You know, and then you're looking in the kitchen, it's like, is that where I normally work? You know, it's like, wow. I think to myself, you know something, this is good, because there's something in ourselves that we can achieve something. So to cut long story short, I've done my 18 months at Savoy Hotel. Okay, I've got some pictures of me being in the Savoy Hotel, and that was like the highlight of my young life growing up. It set the foundations for me, for being what I am. And when you work in the Savoy back then, two things happen. Yeah, after service time, about 2 o'clock, 2:30, they'll come around with a trolley, yeah, full of water and lemonade. Yeah, and what would you choose? Water or lemonade?
Lemonade.
Lemonade, yeah, of course. As a young man, I ain't drinking water. You know, back then, lemonade's like a luxury drink to me. Yeah, it's a luxury drink. So we get a drink, we drink them, and we take a few to keep to the side for later. So lemonade is luxury. But the only thing about lemonade that I realised, it always gave me pains in my stomach. I suffered from gastric enteritis on a regular basis. They sent me home quite often, unfortunately. And every time I went to my doctors, I always had gastric enteritis. So that was the default of drinking too much lemonade. So I'm thinking to myself, back then, I was always tired as well. Was it because I was working too hard, or was it because of my lifestyle? Moving forward to the 90s now, we had family that lived down in Ramsgate, down by the coast. So it used to take us about maybe an hour and a half to drive down there with the family. So I used to get 2 bags of jelly babies, yeah, for the journey. Okay, 2 bags of jelly babies, because like Leon said before, sugar gives you energy. So I was always tired back in the 90s. I go to friends' house, family's house, and you know what they'd always say to me, Lyndon, please don't sleep when you come around here. Please don't sleep when you come around here. I'd go to someone's house, sit down on the sofa, and I'm out, I've gone. Was it because I was tired? Yeah, or was it because of my lifestyle? But I'm not too sure. But I know I'd finish 1 bag of jelly babies before I got to Ramsgate easily. Yeah, and back then I was always tired and not always feeling well. But I've done nothing about it. Moving forward now to the 2000s. So, professional chef. I'm cooking all this nice food for different people. As a chef, I cook for people that are healthy, so I'm cooking them healthy foods. Yeah. As a chef, I'm supposed to be healthy as well. Yeah. So I'm supposed to be eating healthy foods as well. But don't forget, when you're a chef, how many of you go to a restaurant and you eat something and you taste a sauce and that sauce says, well, that's a nice sauce. But you know something? A chef probably got to taste that sauce 5 or 6 times before it gets to the stage where it tastes good. So just think the amount of intake of liquid, carbohydrates, sugars that we're taking on a day-to-day basis before we even finish the recipe or the meal or the sauce. Yeah. So one day I'm in the kitchen working now, and I'm working in the kitchen, and for some reason I just couldn't focus properly. I'm using a calculator, and on this calculator is like 1 and 1 is 2, but 1 and 1 is 3, 4 and 4 is 9. I just couldn't focus properly. I looked to the left or to the right. You get that? Right? And you know something? I thought something would be there, but when I look, there's nothing there. I think to myself, what's going on? What's wrong with you? So I'm in the kitchen, and I'm just focused on doing what I need to do, working out these recipes for this cake. And there's one day when I'm working out the recipes for this cake, 250 lemon individual tarts I had to make for a VIP function. It was Rugby World Cup. Yeah, so we were doing food for VIPs. I had all these lemon tarts. I worked out the ingredients. I filled the lemon tarts, made the mix, filled it, put it in the oven. It's supposed to be 120 degrees for 30 minutes. So I put them in. I'm looking in the oven now at the temperature. Okay, nearly done now. They look okay. But I thought, just give it 1 more minute. Just give it 1 more minute. So I went away. I came back. Within that 1 minute, the lemon tart had risen from the shell. And once it's risen above that shell, one thing that's happened, it's split. It's gone like curdle. Yeah, like scrambled egg. So when you cut it, it doesn't set properly. Yeah, and it just looks all bubbly on the top, so it doesn't look perfect like it's supposed to look perfect. I said to the chef, "Gosh, chef, what should I do with these? Can we put something on top of it to cover it up so that they can't sit?" He goes, "No, Lyndon, no." I said, "What would you do?" He said, "We need to just throw them away. Just get rid of them." I said, "What do you mean get rid of them? We spent all this time." He said, "Lyndon, we can't use them." So I thought to myself, "Gosh, what's going wrong with me?" 150 lemon tarts, and he said, "Lyndon, you have the privilege of throwing them away." Yeah, so I had to throw 250 lemon tarts in the dustbin away. So the day then I got to work, that morning I woke up, must have been about 4:30, and my journey into work normally takes about an hour, hour and a half in the mornings, because I don't live in London, so my work's in London. I needed to leave the house before 6 o'clock, so that number one, I could beat the traffic, and number two, I get a parking space. So my normal breakfast in the car in the mornings was 3 slices of toast. Yeah, back then it was hard dough bread. Yeah, I still love my hard dough bread. And it's Caribbean, the hard dough bread, 3 slices, and I used to put jam on it. Yeah, put jam on it. Okay, butter and then jam. Okay, and then after I realised hard dough bread's got sugar in, yeah, I had to go to a healthy option. So I went to wholemeal bread. Yeah, with seeded rye bread. Yeah, and for some reason, the seeded pumpkin rye bread, I liked it. With the texture or something, but once I put a butter and a jam on it, I tasted it. I said, "Wow, this is different." So I'd put the jam on there, I'd bite it. I said, "Is that enough jam?" No. So I'd put some more jam on it. Yeah, put some more jam on it. That's 3 slices of granulated toast. Yeah. You know what happened? I used to just drink tea in the mornings. Yeah. And then my wife, she introduced me to coffee. Yeah. And I had an addiction of coffee, but I only like my coffee milky and sweet. Yeah. And I couldn't be bothered every morning to make it milky and sweet. So what I done, I bought the latte sachets. You know latte sachets? Latte sachets got the milk in it already, and it's got the coffee, it's got the sugar in already. Yeah. So I was in latte sachets in the morning, and on top of that, okay, I put 3 to 4 teaspoons of the Demerara sugar. Yeah, brown sugar. Why brown sugar? It's healthier for you. Yeah, is it? Yeah, but brown sugar, Demerara sugar, it's normally, or granulated, it's coated. Yeah, it's not necessarily healthy for you. On top of that, I used to suffer a cold. Every summertime comes, I get a cold. And I said, "Well, why have I got a cold in summertime now?" And my friend said to me, "Lyndon, you know something? You ain't got a cold, man. You got hay fever." We said, "What do you mean I got hay fever? You got your nose is running, yeah? Your throat's itching?" I said, yeah, but I got a cold." He said, "No, you got hay fever." I said, "You're joking." So I was in denial for years that I had hay fever. And he said to me, if you take honey, yeah, it would help get rid of the hay fever, okay? But the thing about it, you need to take local honey, yeah? Because if you've got hay fever, it's in the area that you live in where it will affect you. So I decided to get local honey, yeah? But local honey, 250 gram jar, it's like £8. Yeah? £8 for a jar. So I started off on that, but how long do you think that lasted? Not very long, yeah? Not very long. So I went from the 250 gram jar of honey, £8, down to like the 150 ml for like £1 honey. So I used to put honey in my coffee as well. Yeah? So the 3 slices of toast with the jam, the coffee latte with the sugar, and then top of that the honey. This is my breakfast going to morning in the car. So I'm in the car, sitting down on my journey to work now, okay? Every morning when I'm in my car, I always had a pain right here. I always had a pain right here, sitting there. But the thing about it, I was like, "What's this? What's going on here, man? What's going on? I've got this pain. What should I do about it?" I get out of the car, it's gone. Forget about it. Yeah? Psychology thing, once the pain's gone, the problem's gone. So I get to work. And I get to work, I'm focused now. Lyndon, be focused, get things done today, yeah? So chef's in the kitchen now, making all these jokes. About 5, 6 of us in the kitchen, and this chef's making all these jokes. Everyone's laughing. But I don't care about what his jokes are or what people are laughing at, because I've got to focus on what needs to be done for today for these VIP functions. So he turns around, Lyndon. I said, what? He said, why are you laughing at my jokes? I just looked at him. I just ran out of the kitchen. I ran to the changing room. I just dropped on the floor like a baby, crying. And the reason why that happened is because I had certain things wrong with me for over a year. I had pains in my stomach. I had blood in my stool. I didn't tell nobody about. I kept it to myself. I had pins and needles all the time in my fingers, my toes. There's one day when I went skiing. My feet was hurting me so much, I had to take my boots off. I couldn't ski for the rest of the day. I just could not focus. I was urinating on a regular basis. I was putting on weight. And you know something, the thing about putting on weight is like, my stomach was getting bigger. It was getting bigger and bigger. But you know something, sometimes you look at yourself, you don't notice it or you don't realize it, you're in denial about it. And I went to my mum's house one day. I said to me, Lyndon, I said, Mum, how are you doing? She said, Lyndon, your belly will get big. Your belly will get big. I said, what, Mum? She said, yeah, Lyndon, look back yourself. Yeah? And she said, but I'm the baby. I'm the youngest of the family. Yeah? So the youngest of the family, if you're the youngest, you know your mum's gentle with you. She gives you everything. She talks nice to you. But my mum's Jamaican. She tells you the way it is. Yeah? If you've got a baby, it doesn't make any difference. She tells you the way it is. So that was a wake-up call for me. Yeah? With my stomach. And at that time, I think to myself, you know, I'm in this changing room, crying, baby. This is a Friday afternoon. And the chef came into me and said, Lyndon, what's wrong with you? I said, listen, I don't know what's wrong with me. I can't focus. The lemon tart, the stomach pains, the blood and stool. I just couldn't focus probably. What's going on with me? I don't know. So Lyndon, maybe you should go to the doctors and get a test. Go and get a blood test or get checked out. Go and get something done to yourself. So I said to him, you know something? I'll do that. I'll do that. So it's an afternoon now. And he said, Lyndon, go home early, phone the doctors and see, get an appointment. So rang the doctors about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Do you think I got through?
No.
What do you mean? I'm Lyndon. Of course I got through. Of course I got through. Afternoon time, they answered the phone for me. They had to. Yeah? So they picked up the phone. I said, hi, can I book an appointment to see the doctor? And I didn't say when. They said, yeah. Okay. So when do you think they booked the appointment for me for? Next morning. 2 weeks after, yeah? Okay, guess when it happened for me? 5:30 that same afternoon. 5:30. Number one, I ain't supposed to get through. And number two, they booked me on the same day. Yeah? From that time, I was on my way home. I'm driving home now. I didn't tell my wife that I was going to the doctors. I didn't tell her about any of my problems, the things I was feeling. I was just in my own little zone. Driving from work to home before I went to the doctors was one of the longest journeys I've ever had. Because I'm just thinking, what am I going to tell the doctor? Because I know what I'm going to tell him anyway. But you're thinking, psychologically, what am I going to say? What am I going to feel? Do I need to go? Or should I just go home and just relax? You know, do I deal with it myself again? And I'm there thinking, driving. What should I do? Lyndon, all these things that you've been going through for the last year, how are you going to deal with it? So I went home. And I said, I'm going to go straight to the doctor. Just sit down. So I went to the doctors, booked in, sat on the seat, just waiting. I'm thinking, I feel like going home. I don't know if I need to go through this right now. I think to myself, Lyndon Wissart, they called me. Yeah, so I'm not going to just go. I said, okay, I'm going to go in. So I went into the doctor, told him about the pain, told him about the blood, told him how I was feeling, put me on the couch, touched my stomach here, there, and everywhere. He said, I can't feel nothing, we're going to send you for a scan. Okay? Talk about the blood and stool. They said, okay, we don't know about that, we're going to send you for another. Any nurses in here? Doctors in here? What do they call it? Colonoscopy. Yeah, I always get it wrong. I always get it wrong, so I know there's someone in the audience can help me out. Colonoscopy, that's when they put the camera up your anus and inside the stomach, yeah? So, when I went for that colonoscopy. Yeah, I'm in the hospital now. Okay, and I'm sitting there in this surgery room now. And number one, I've never been in hospital for anything. I've never taken medication for anything. So it's a different environment for me. If you're not used to the environment, you're consistently nervous. I was consistently nervous because I'm not used to that environment. 9 times out of 10, I drive my car. On that day, my wife took the day off and drove me to the hospital. I didn't need her to, but I just didn't want to think about anything. I just wanted to have a free mind that day. So I'm in the surgery, sitting down on the bed. 4 doctors or surgeons or doctors, whatever they were, came up to me. They sat there, they stood there in front of me. They go, "Okay, Lyndon, what colour is the blood?" At first I think, why did I say what colour is the blood? And I just told them it's red. It's like fresh blood, red. And you know something? They all smiled. Yeah, they all smiled. And I said, "Is everything okay?" They go, "Yeah, if it was a different colour, if it was dark, that means it's coming from inside the body." Yeah, but I had hemorrhoids, small hemorrhoids. Yeah, so they gave me something to take care of that. So they said you'd be fine. So they were happy, I was happy. Yeah, okay. I had a stomach scan as well. They couldn't find nothing with my stomach. Everything seemed to be fine. So I don't know where the pain was, and I don't know why I had the pains. But I had the pains. Okay, so when the doctor said to me, "Okay, we're going to do a blood test with you now. We're going to do a pinprick blood test with you." Okay, where they put the needle in, they took a blood test. They've done a pinprick with me, the blood glucose blood test. It was 15.9. Okay, it's supposed to be 5.
Yes.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 5. It's 15.9. But she looked at me and said, "Okay, it's 15.9. She said, "That's very high." But to me, it meant nothing. Do you understand me? It meant nothing. Okay. She said, "We're going to send you for a HbA1c blood test, which is another blood test to find out if you're diabetic or not." So I said, "Okay, diabetes, what is that? I'm not too sure anyway, but let's go for the blood test anyway." So I said to the doctor, "Listen, I want a blood test for everything. Just give me a blood test for everything." So I want to make sure I'm clear of everything. She said, "Okay, fine, I'll book you in." So she booked me for Monday, went to the hospital for blood test. I went into this area where there's a doctor taking all the blood, and he got all these little bottles, little jars, whatever, and they're all different colours in there.
Yes.
I go to, "Are you going to use all these on me?" You know? And he goes, "Yeah." And I go, "No, you're not." He said, "No, I was only joking." I said, he had a sense of humour in his talk, so I thought, "Okay, that's cool." So I'm sitting there, he takes my blood, and everything's fine from there. A couple of days later, got for my results, and sitting with my doctor in the office, and your blood results come through, and she said, "Okay, your HbA1c is 92. Yeah, I said 92. And so I said, "What is it supposed to be?" She said, "It's supposed to be 42. She said, "You're diabetic." I said, "What do you mean I'm diabetic?" So basically, this is where I was, in the red zone. 92, HbA1c. HbA1c is when it monitors you for the last 3 months, the blood sugars in your system. Yeah? So my blood sugars was 92. My pinprick was 15.9. Yeah? So my HbA1c should be 42 and below. But mine was 92, in the red zone. So when she told me what diabetes was, I thought to myself, "Okay, so what is it?" She said, "Well, there's 2 types of diabetes. Type 1 is when your pancreas is not working, so you need to have insulin, but you don't need that. You're type 2 when you got too much sugars in your body." So I said to her, "How did I get too much sugars in my body?" She goes, "Through a lot of carbohydrates that you're having in your lifestyle." I said, "Really?" She said, yeah, okay, so you're diabetic." And the only thing that I can remember of knowing about diabetes is one day when I was sitting on the bed, you know, and she looked at me straight and she said, "Lyndon, the sugar get me." Yeah, the sugar get me. That's how Jamaicans call diabetes. They don't tell you it's diabetes, they say, "The sugar get me." Yeah, and that's how I knew about it. Unfortunately, a few months later, she passed away. Yeah, and it's that time that I didn't even know that was diabetes, but now I know it was diabetes. Yeah, but I really found out about diabetes when I met my cousin, who was diagnosed type 1 diabetes. Yeah, type 1 diabetic. And Ken, my cousin from a young child, growing up, we've done so many things together. I love him to bits and I still do. He was diagnosed type 1. Yeah. He said, if you ever get diabetic, don't take any medication. So I said, don't take any medication. I said, okay, fine. Because there are side effects to it. But he didn't go into the details of the side effects. Yeah? But he told me that he got type 1 diabetes through stress. Yeah? His one was stress related. Yeah, okay? He was type 1 for 19 months. He weaned himself off of insulin. Yeah? Slowly, with the guidance of his doctor. Yeah? Now he's not type 1 anymore. Yeah? Now he doesn't take any insulin anymore. Yeah? So, I'm listening to my doctor now, okay? And while I'm in this room, my doctor said to me, okay, you need to take metformin. And I thought to myself, my cousin said to me, listen, if I get diabetes, don't take any medication. So I'm listening to my doctor. She said, I recommend you to take the metformin. Yeah? And my cousin said to me, you should take metformin. So I'm in my head saying, who do I listen to? Do I listen to a professional person or do I listen to a non-professional person? Yeah, which one do you listen to? It's a hard decision because you trust both of them. You trust both of them. And you know something? I've never been on medication in my life apart from the anodine tablets for my headache when I was working in the kitchen. Yeah. Or I took something for the hay fever. Yeah, okay. And that was it. So you know something? I said to myself, I'm going to try this without. So I said to my doctor, can I try without any medication? And she said, okay, I don't recommend it. But what we'll do, we'll give you 3 more weeks to have another blood test. So 3 more weeks, okay, to have another blood test to see where I am. So I'm diabetic, type 2. How did I get there? Number 1, carbohydrates, sugar, okay? I'm a Caribbean background. I love my food. I'm not giving up my food. Nothing. So basically, that evening, I said to myself, Lyndon, if you want to reverse your diabetes, there's one thing you have to do. Change your lifestyle today. Not tomorrow, today. I stopped having carbohydrates. Listen, I'm not a medical person. Let me clear one thing now. I'm not a medical person yet, and I don't recommend you to do this, but if you want to try, you can try it. Yeah, it's your choice. Okay? I stopped eating carbohydrates. Yeah? I stopped eating pasta, rice, potatoes. Yeah? I stopped having my favorite mango juice, my ginger beer, my Kia, and all the other nice colourful drinks. I stopped eating them that day. The second day I stopped eating. Okay? Within 3 weeks, okay, of changing my lifestyle, from 92, within 25 days, I went down to 77. No medication. Within another 28 days, I went down from 77 down to 60. At 60 is when my book starts, the journey. Yeah? And from 60 down to 41 in 105 days, naturally, no medication. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they clap. The only reason I say that, I just done something that I didn't know about. I didn't know what diabetes was. I didn't know that I can reverse it, cure it, whatever like that. But one thing I found out is that my cousin said to me, Lyndon, focus on flavonoid foods. Yeah? Flavonoid foods are foods that heals and nourishes the pancreas. Have I got a chance to hear flavonoid foods? I've got one somewhere.
Yeah, there's one at the front here.
Yeah, you got one at the front there, yeah? Okay. But we go to that afterwards, yeah? in more detail. Yeah? Flavonoid foods. These are my focus. Yeah? These are my focus. Because if the pancreas is not working, yeah, I need something to heal and nourish it. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah? The first thing that I wanted to find out was, is there a cure for diabetes? Yeah? So I done a little bit of research. I could not find a person via Google or any format on the internet that had cured themselves of diabetes. I saw books with people on the front that said how it can be done, yeah, and what you do to do it, but I didn't focus on any of that. Yeah? This is the reason why I got my picture on the front cover of the book. Not to be bash or anything like that. Yeah, okay. And this is the reason why I use the word cure as well. But do you know the word cure means? It just means preserve. You know? So I've been corrected on a few words in my lifetime. And cure is one. So some people, I should have called it healing. So I healed myself. Yeah. So right now I'm one of few things. I'm either cured, I'm healed, I'm in remission, I'm controlled. Whichever terminology anybody wants to give you, they can give you that terminology. It's just a terminology. But what I done in 105 days, I didn't realize it could be done, and a lot of people didn't think it could be done, especially without any medication. Yeah. And one of the things people always ask me, and you're always thinking, how did I do it? Yeah? Four things I put it down to. Number one, mindset.
Yeah.
Mindset. Yeah? The mind. Okay? My mindset was, how did I get diabetes? How did I get into this situation? What did I do to get here? Yeah? So this is what I had to look at. And it's through my lifestyle, the food and the diets that I was eating. So that's why I changed it straight away. That was my mindset. And because I'm self-employed. Any of you self-employed in here? Yeah? And you have a day off and you don't get paid? It's horrible, isn't it? You know? It's horrible. You know, I'm a self-employed chef, you know? And my wife said, Lyndon, you paying the mortgage this month? Yeah? And if I ain't paying the mortgage, ladies, you ain't going to be happy, I'm telling you. Yeah, I'm telling you, you ain't going to be happy, Lyndon, you know? So, my back was against the wall. Yeah? If I go onto medication and it leads to something else, me being sick, if I stay diabetic, yeah, I'm going to be sick. Yeah? I can't work. If I don't work, I don't earn. Simple fact. Simple fact. Yeah? But this is what I'm saying. In this situation now, so the ladies, support your husbands in situations like this. Yeah? Because men, we are so naive sometimes. We want to deal with certain things without telling the ladies. But when we tell the ladies, they're 100% supporting us. Do you understand me? Yeah? So this is a supporting mechanism that we need to have together, or partners, whichever way it goes. Yeah? So the second thing, so mindset and then diet. Okay? The second thing is diet. Yeah? What am I going to start to eat now to reverse my diabetes? So I told you about the flavonoid foods. So my diet started with certain fruits and vegetables. Yeah? Fruit and vegetables, flavonoid fruit and vegetables. The good thing about it, the foods that I started to eat, yeah, foods that I liked. I enjoyed eating. Yeah. So as a chef, I can create something easily for myself. And as a chef, I can easily just eat what I wanted to eat anytime without suffering. Physical activity is the third one. Yeah? Physical activity is the third one. Physical activity, like I said, my stomach was I was overweight. Big time. And because I'm self-employed, I didn't have to phone up the boss next day and say, listen, I'm not coming in, or I'll be in later, or anything like that. My daughter Jasmine there, yeah, I had to take her to school in the morning, 8:30, dropped off at school in the morning. And then I got straight to the gym. Yeah, because the doctor said to me, you need to lose that weight, because I was well overweight. Yeah, so I drop off to school, I go to the gym for 3-4 hours, just doing stuff, just doing anything, just trying to lose the weight. Yeah, and there's one day I'm in the gym and I'm really working hard on this cross trainer, and it's 130 RPM. And I'm not even sweating. I'm not even sweating. I thought, why not? I'm doing all this work, but I'm not sweating. That means I'm not losing any weight. So I said to my cousin, listen, Ken, listen, I'm doing all this work in the gym, but I'm not sweating. And you know what he said to me? He said to me, step it up. It's simple, step it up. Yeah? So, okay, so next time I'm back in the gym, on the cross trainer, yeah, push it. 130, 140, wow, 150. I'm really going, and it started to pour off. Yeah? And I thought to myself, wow, I love this. You know, the feeling when you feel that sweat just drip, like, yeah. You know, it's really working. So this is what it was. But you know what I found? I was spending too much time in the gym the other days. Spending too much time. So I got myself a personal trainer. Yeah, I got myself a personal trainer. I got a personal trainer. I said to him, okay, let's go for some different machines together. So we went through one machine to another machine. And I just found out certain things that I enjoyed. Yeah. So now I cut it down to like 2 hours in the gym. So my routine when I go to the gym, I go straight to the cross trainer. Yeah, cross trainer. And then I go on rowing machine. Yeah, that's really good. I didn't know I enjoyed it, but I love the rowing. Yeah, okay. And then I'll do a bit of the bicycle. Yeah. And then in our gym we've got a thing called a V plate. Anyone know what the V plate is? It's a vibrating plate. Yeah, it really shakes you. Yeah. And the best one is when you do a plank on it. Yeah, because it helps with the stomach. I like the 6-pack. You know, 6-pack thing. You know. So I like the plank, which is really good. And then I start to experiment with some other different things on it, which is rather nice. And then I do a bit of skipping as well. Yeah, I started to do some skipping. The skipping really, because I used to skip when I was a child. Yeah, and I used to enjoy skipping. So I thought, you know, so I was in the gym one day, let me try skipping. So I tried to do a bit of skipping. It was nice, you know. But when I video myself skipping, I don't like it. I look really weird. You know? And then I got friends and they're like, shh, 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 you know. And that's just one of the things. But I enjoy it. I still don't do it properly, but I do bits of it. If you look at my YouTube channel, you see me some skipping, you see my legs there. Okay, but that's another story anyway. So, and skipping and the V-plane. And there's another machine there, they've got lateral machine, which goes like that. Because I ski, yeah? So I want to make sure when I go skiing, I'm flexible. You know what I'm saying? So these are the things that I focused on. So when I go to the gym, it costs £1 for 4 hours in the car park. Yeah? 50 pence for 2 hours. So psychologically say, listen, I don't want to be in the gym for 4 hours anymore. Just go in there, do what I need to do, come out. So what I do? Well, 50 pence in the machine. Yeah, parking machine. So I've got to get in and out of that gym as quickly as possible. So I'll go into the gym, do my stuff, come out. I'll have two things. I'll always have a banana and a pint of blueberry. Yeah? I'll always have it on the seat in my car, so when I come back, physical activity. And the fourth one, guess what the fourth one would be?
Sunshine.
Nope.
Resting, sleep.
Nope. Nope. Fasting. Intimate fasting. Yeah? Intimate fasting. So I'll be dropping Jasmine off to school, and I wasn't even thinking that I was fasting. I was just thinking I'm not eating. I ain't eating nothing, you know? Because my next blood sugar level is going to be down, so I want to make sure I've got no sugar within my system at all. I'm thinking I've got sugar. Look, I've got sugar in my system anyway, yeah? Through other fruit and vegetables where you're going to get sugars anyway, because I'm eating it. Yeah, but psychologically, I'm thinking I don't want no sugars in my body. I want it as low as possible, so when I go and get a blood test, yeah, I'm low. Do you understand me? It's very, very weird for me because when you're on a journey, you're just focused on one thing: reducing, and that was my focus. That was what my focus was. So fasting 4 to 5 days a week after taking Jasmine to school. So that's like 4. I wake up in the morning at about when I wasn't going to work. Yeah, the wife wasn't happy. That was like I'll be waking up about 6 o'clock, getting Jasmine ready for school, 2 hours, and I'll be coming out of the gym about 12 o'clock, something like that. So that's like 5-6 hours at least. Yeah, so I won't be eating nothing, just drinking water. So when people ask what you do, mindset, diet, physical activity, yeah, and fasting. Intimate fasting. But because I'm such a layman at times, people tell me that I was fasting. Yeah. This is no big deal of what I done. It's just that it was just one mindset of not doing what I was doing before. So they call type 2 diabetes, it's just a lifestyle. Yeah. So I've lost what? 1.5 stone. Yeah. To a lot of people that's nothing. To me, when I saw my 6-pack, that was like, yeah. You know, it's like, yeah. You know, guys, and you could go to your wife and say, hey, check this out, babes, you know? You know? That's the difference. Mentality. Different mentality. Yeah? And on this little journey that I've had, you know, my blood sugars have gone down again. And it went down, and it went down. And my sugars went down. And it got to the stage one day when I was working in the kitchen. And because I'm so focused, my weight was going down and down and down. I went down from 86, 87, going up kilos, went down to 76, 75 kilos. And I was still exercising and still not eating like I used to eat. So my weight was still going down. And then somebody said to me, Lyndon, I think you need to put some weight back on. Because you were just going too far. But my body was in such a transition. It's like, I remember one day I was working, and I was going to a meeting, and after work, but I left work in my chef's trousers for some reason. I don't know, I was in a hurry, so I ran out and I got to the station. What? I got my chef's trousers on. Oh shit! What am I gonna do? So I thought I better go buy a new pair of trousers. So I went to the shop. I went into the changing room, put these trousers on. I thought, yeah, That's okay. That feels alright. Yeah, that feels okay. So I'm wearing these trousers now, and I thought I don't feel comfortable in these trousers. And I got to the event, and somebody looked at me, your trousers don't look right on you. They just don't look right on you. I said, what's wrong? It's not right. You know what I've done? I bought trousers. At that time, my waist was 38. Yeah, my waist was 38. Okay, and because I've always bought 38, I didn't realise how much weight I actually lost. So I bought the trousers which were 36. So I thought I was 36, so I've lost the weight. But actually my weight was like 32. It was 32. So I'm wearing this trousers and it didn't fit me properly. Because I put it on, I thought, oh, that felt alright. It's alright. You know, but when somebody can see that you don't look right, it's like, okay, right. So this is another thing that I had to go through. And you know the thing about it, you know one of the best days is when I tried to, I've been married, 20 years now, yeah? And I put my wedding suit back on. Yeah? And I went to a function with my wedding suit. Did you believe it? I went, my wife said, you look good in that suit. Just think, after 20 years, after me being so fat, overweight, I can't believe like that, and I fit back into my wedding suit, and I thought, wow, even the size. Yeah? But you know the thing about it? On my book here, on the front of my book, yeah, it says, type 2 diabetes is an opportunity. Yeah? It's an opportunity. Yeah? It's an opportunity to change. Yeah? It's a lifestyle change. Yeah? And when my journey with food started is when I was looking at what I was eating in the mornings. And I thought to myself, okay, I used to like my full English breakfast. You know, my sausage, bacon, tomatoes, mushrooms. This is me. When I'm off, sometimes, you know, when you have to work, you just feel, I like a proper breakfast, don't you? Do you know what I'm saying? So I love a full English breakfast. So I thought I can continue that when I start to reverse my diabetes. So I thought to myself, okay, I'm going to start continuing having my full English breakfast. And I said to myself, I'm going to try the low-calorie baked beans. You know, the ones that they took the sugar out. Try that. So I got rid of that. I got rid of that. I didn't want to do that no more. So, I'm having the baked beans. I like my bacon. Sorry guys, but I used to love my bacon because bacon's salty. Yeah? Bacon's salty because we're used to the salt. Yeah? We're used to sugar, but we're used to sugar. It's our palate. Because when you're from a baby, you grow up tasting things, you get used to it. Okay? So I like my bacon. So I said to myself, I'm going to stop eating red meat. Yeah? So I stopped eating red meat. So I'm just thinking, so what am I going to replace it with now? Okay, I like chicken. Okay, I love my chicken, I love grilled chicken. So I decided to start to have grilled chicken with my breakfast in the morning. I hated grilled chicken in the morning. For some reason, I just didn't like grilled chicken in the morning. It just didn't feel right. So I thought to myself, you know something? I'm going to try smoked turkey. Yeah, turkey. Everyone said turkey's healthy, yeah? So I tried smoked turkey. So I gave smoked turkey. I tried smoked turkey. Eating smoked turkey. I don't like this. I just didn't like smoked turkey, so I just stopped it. I just started to change my breakfast. I went into porridge. Yeah? I just went into porridge. I went to porridge, bananas, or blueberries in the morning. Yeah? I decided I'm going to start drinking water in the morning. Yeah? When I had a scan, I had a fatty liver. Yeah? I had a fatty liver. They said, okay, so I said to my friend, listen, I've got diabetes, I've had a scan, they told me I've got fatty liver. So what did he say to me? Lyndon, you know what you have to do for that? Add some fresh lemon to your water. Yeah? So fresh lemon in your water. So I started to have fresh lemon in my water in the morning. Yeah, just fresh lemon. And then I'm at work one day, and this girl comes to me, Lyndon, my grandfather is a diabetic, you know, and he says, what you should have in your water is put some okra in your water. Okra? Yeah. Okay, so okra, I started to add okra. Yeah. So I had to add okra to my water. Yeah, because okra helps reduces the blood sugars. Yeah. So I thought, okay, so I've done my own little research. They said it does, so I started to drink okra water. And she came to me one day and said, Lyndon, my granddad also told me that he has spirulina in the morning with his food. Spirulina. I said, what's that? So I went home, done some research on spirulina. It's an algae, yeah? Spirulina. So I started to introduce spirulina. So my water became green. Yeah? And because I was so determined to be a healthy option, I was having a teaspoon of spirulina in water. Have anybody tasted spirulina in water? It's disgusting. It's horrible. It is so horrible. I couldn't believe what I was eating. But you know something? I tried it. I took a few glasses after a few days. And then my mother-in-law was in the kitchen one day. She blended out some carrot juice. I said, oh yeah, Lyndon, yours carrot. Yeah. All right, so I didn't put some spirulina in it. So I put some spirulina and carrot juice. Oh, that was a bit better. You know, it was a bit better for me. I said, oh yeah, spirulina, carrot juice, I'm happy with that. And when I was doing some more research about the spirulina, and I said to my mother-in-law, okay, so buy me some spirulina, when you go shopping. You know what she done? She went to the kitchen, and she came back within 2 minutes, bag of spirulina. Yeah, spirulina was in my cupboard in my house for God knows how long. And I didn't even notice it was there. Okay? One day, Selena, she said you should try chlorella as well. You know if you know chlorella? Yeah, chlorella is the same family as spirulina. Chlorella helps, they say, with breast cancer, helps prevent breast cancer. So my mother-in-law, she had a lump in her breast. So she went for treatment. And then one day my mother-in-law, she came home with like a box of fruits and vegetables like this. Yeah, she changed her diet. Yeah, because she had her own health issues. Yeah, but you know something? We were just eating what we wanted to eat at that time. We didn't change. We let her get on with it. Yeah, but you know what's happened now? We're in the same family now. We're in the same family now. We're eating the same kind of foods now. Yeah, even my daughter detoxes now. She says, Dad, you know, 15-year-old kids, 16, 17, 13, it's hard for them, yeah, to not have the sweets, the cakes, the biscuits, the burgers, and stuff like that. Even though we keep telling them, when they get to the age when they can buy their own food, they're going to buy it anyway if they want to, yeah? But she has detox days. Yeah? She has days when she doesn't eat no drinks, no sweets, no fizzy drinks, nothing like that. She has weeks when she doesn't eat any of that. Yeah? She just told me she's going to be pescatarian in January. Yeah? But you know why? It started with me.
That's right.
It starts with the parents sometimes. Sometimes we, as a parent, we blame the whole world for what's going on with our children instead of dealing with ourselves. You know, for me personally, I like to fight with my kids. Yeah, I've got 4 kids. Yeah, 4 kids. Yeah, I've got a 30-year-old. I've got 2 twins at 28. Okay, one of the twins got 3 kids. 3 kids are vegetarians. Yeah, and my daughter's changed because they've seen what I've done. I'm not vegetarian. Do you know what I'm saying? I eat meat, but I don't like to eat meat like I used to eat meat. I've travelled around the world, different countries, yeah? I've had friends who are multi-millionaires and they buy the best beef, they go to the best restaurants, that kind of thing. And I've been there. And when you feel like you've eaten the best and you eat it all the time, it's like nothing. Yeah? So now I know I don't need to eat beef. You understand me? It's not a necessity anymore. It's like lamb. I love my lamb. Yeah? I love my lamb. Don't get me wrong. There's something about lamb I just love. Yeah? But I don't eat lamb like I used to. And I can. I don't even eat chicken like I used to. But I can. I eat chicken every week, non-stop. These days I just eat vegetables. But it's not because I choose not to. It's just that I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it. And this is what I'm saying to you guys. If you're diabetic now, okay, or you're pre-diabetic, the one thing I'm going to say to you, yeah, decide what are the consequences. Yeah? Every 22 seconds, somebody loses a lower limb from diabetes. Every 22 seconds, loses a lower limb, which is not so bad. Every 6 seconds, somebody dies from diabetes. Somebody dies. I didn't want to be one of them. In the UK, there's about 4 million people diabetic. Yeah? There's another million undiagnosed. I was one of the undiagnosed. I was one of the naive ones who didn't even know about diabetes. Yeah? Around the world, there's 400 million people with diabetes. And it's growing. And it's growing. So my question is, you have all these organizations, you're looking at diabetes, yeah, all this money that's going into diabetes, research and stuff. But why can't they do and find other people what I've done in such a short period of time? Why are we not putting the foundation down for people who are diabetic, yeah, to understand what Lyndon's done, or if there's other people out there that can do it? Where is the foundation to teach, show people the facts and figures of certain people that can do it and let them help other people. I know the answer. I know the answer. This year. No, Johnny, this is me. This is what I done, this is how I done it. Simple fact. I get involved with nothing. If I can help one person to change, it's a start. And that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
One person at a time. One person at a time. There's so many things that we started to implement into helping people with reversing the diabetes. So with my journey on the fruit and vegetable side of it, it's not that I'm a vegan or anything. I just looked at certain things that I wanted to help me. For example, like I got a group of foods here, like the bitter gourd, they're called bitter gourd, bitter melon, or chlorella, yeah, which helps with the reduces the blood sugars. Yeah, you got cinnamon, which helps. Apple cider vinegar, the okra, which I'll talk about, turmeric. These are just some of the foods that we talk about. I went from normal sugar, brown sugar, onto that's just jaggery sugar, unrefined sugar. Yeah, and you know where you find this? Deep down in the corner of your shops. Yeah, but in the main shops you got the white sugar stacked high. Yeah, okay. But don't forget, there's things out there that we eat on a day-to-day basis that we can't get away from. Yeah, because certain companies and organizations, they implement it into our foods. But what I'm saying to you is detox on a regular basis with lemon, fresh lemon, yeah, okay. Some people want to lose weight, cayenne pepper, yeah, okay. These little things with celery, cucumber, these little things that helps you. In my book, I talk about cruciferous vegetables. Cruciferous vegetables are vegetables that helps. Can I say the word cancer? Stop prevents cancer. You know, these great measures. But what I found is when I found something that will help with prevent you from like prostate cancer, for example, I'm going to focus on that because there must be a bit of truth in it. There must be a bit of truth in it. And regarding the Caribbean food, the hard food, yeah, my plate was full of the rice and peas, the fried chicken, the roast potatoes, the macaroni and cheese, and I loved it all. And this is December, and that's where I'm going to at my mum's house. You know? But before I go to my mum's house, I'm gonna cleanse my body. Yeah? There's a thing called psyllium husk, yeah, which is a colon cleanser, yeah, which cleans out the body. So I go to my mum ready. Yeah, and there's not many times of the year I pig out, but when I go to my mother is 82 years old. She still likes to cook, she still likes to do things, she's very, very active, but she's slowing down. Yeah, so anytime I go to her house and she puts a bowl of soup, hard old food in front of me, I'm gonna eat it. Yeah, because number one thing, she brought me into this world and I love it a bit, and I'm not gonna sit there and say I'm not gonna eat it because it's gonna make me diabetic or it's not unhealthy for me. In the last days, my mother's like, I'm gonna make sure she knows that her son loves her food, regardless. Yeah. So that 1% of the time, I'm gonna pig out at my mum's house, and the rest of it, I'm gonna keep clean. Yeah. Keep clean.
Yeah.
So there's things that I started to implement in my diet. So like I just spoke about the psyllium husk, I wanted to clean out my system. I need to do that. I went from vegetable oils, I went on to like coconut oil, organic coconut oil. And the good thing about coconut oil, you know something, you know when you open something and you can smell it? I was so happy when I opened this jar and I can smell it. At first I bought one, it's got 3 letters on it, yeah? I opened it, I smelled nothing. I said, I'm not having that because it doesn't smell of anything. So I went to the organic. So I went to a big superstore and I bought a big tub. You know, you see I've been hungry, yeah? For coconut oil, organic. That's how much I changed, you know, as a chef. So I was explaining to you before, I love frying my breakfast. I love fried eggs, yeah? We all love fried eggs, yeah? Okay? Well, some of us do. I love my fried eggs. For some reason, I always used to have 3 fried eggs. I don't know why, it's just a number that I love. When I get through one, I could do another one. Get through, just one more. I just have one more. So 3 fried eggs is always good for me. But I always like to have onions with it as well, fried onions. So I found out that red onion, is a flavonoid food. Yeah. So I'm gonna have a fried onion, but what am I gonna fry it with? Coconut oil. Yeah, but they don't do it with hot oil. You put the coconut in the frying pan on a low heat. You add the onions to it on a low heat, and it will bring yourself up to temperature slowly. Yeah, and then what I do, I just crack my eggs on top of it. Yeah, okay, and then I put a little lid on it so it helps steam it a little bit. Yeah, so it just steams the eggs. I like my yolk runny. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes my wife overdoes it. I'm like, okay, I'll still eat it. You know, stop it again. But after 20 years, she's still doing it. You know, but not to worry. So. Something like that. There are little things that you can do within your food that you can still enjoy, which is healthy and still tastes good. Yeah. What if you're not focused on what foods I'm gonna eat or what you're gonna eat? One thing you need to do, make a list of all the foods, ingredients. Yeah. Make a list of ingredients that you do like. Pick out what you like. This is important. Pick out what you like. This is an aubergines, a cauliflower, courgette. How many of you like cauliflower and courgette in here? Yeah, I didn't. And I'm a chef. You know why? Because in certain places you go, they boil the damn thing, then they put some pepper and they serve it. You know, it tastes nothing. So what I like to do now, I like to get an onion, fry a bit of onion up, okay, and get the boiler or steam the cauliflower broccoli and just mix it together. Yeah, what's coming up now? Christmas, yeah? What we having? Brussels sprouts. Yeah? Who likes Brussels sprouts? Yeah, I do now. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, unfortunately, some of my family, they like Brussels sprouts with bacon, so I got to do it with bacon for them. Yeah? So that's therefore. But when I do my Brussels sprouts, I like to boil my Brussels sprouts, okay? And then what I do, I fry some onions up and toss it into it, I can use some coriander. Anybody like coriander? Yeah, for sure. I love coriander. So add some coriander to it. Anyone like tarragon? Yeah? These little herbs like thyme as well. I love my thyme. Yeah, all these little things you can add to it to give it flavour. Yeah. So what I'm going to do next year anyway, I'm going to do more food talks, food exhibitions, and we'll find a venue where we can start doing some cooking and showing people what they can do to help them enhance their food. But the thing about it, you're eating those foods already. Do you understand me? You're eating it already, but we don't know the benefits of it. So once you know the benefits of the food, you can incorporate it. Yeah, you can contact me through my website. If you want inspireddiabetic.com. Yeah, if you want some more information about what we're doing and how we're doing things in the future. Also, I have a newsletter. You can sign up on a newsletter as well, where I send out information about where I'm going to be in the future, what events we're doing. So you can come along and do things. But if there's anything that anybody wants to do with the Inspired Diabetic program, or with me, or you think you could add to what we're doing, please contact us. Please let us know. Yeah, if you want to come to talk at an event or anything like that, let us know. I'm more than open. Listen, guys, I'm self-employed. I've done so many events this year, okay, not paid, got nothing to do. But you know the thing about it? I enjoy it. I enjoy it. It's really weird. I wasn't supposed to be here today. Let me finish off now. We'll finish off now, Okay? I'm going to finish off with one story now, This is how I managed to write this book. I ain't supposed to write this book. It's written by the Ford. Yeah? And what happened, when my cousin told me about himself getting type 1 diabetes through stress, his story was so remarkable. I said, Ken, you know something? You got to share your story with somebody. You got to write a book, do a video, tell someone how you got type 1 diabetes. And he goes, Lyndon, I've been thinking about it. So I said to him, okay, listen, I've got a friend who's written a book. Let's go and have a word with him, see if he can help. So I spoke to my friend. He said, Lyndon, bring your cousin to an event that we're having where you meet people who are talking about how to write books, how to structure it, editors, that kind of thing. I said, okay. So on that day, we met up. That's the day I went down to 60, naturally. So from 92 down to 60 within 2 months, no medication, just going for it. I said, Lyndon, you know something? What you done was really good, really impressive. I said, okay, it's just reverse my diabetes, no big deal to me. He said, at that evening at the event, there's people writing books. And there's one lady that I met, she'd written 4 books. I said, how can you write 4 books? She said, I just enjoy writing. She said, I just enjoy writing. So at that event, they're talking about how to structure books, how to write it, how to do different things. I'm sitting there, you know, myself, pen setting, you know, something that you've done pretty good. Last 2 months, what have you done? I said, maybe I've got a story. And I said to my friend, do you reckon I can write a book? Do you reckon I can do it? He goes, I said, right, what you need to do, just write down everything that you've done. Everything you've done. So what I've done each day, everything that I've done, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, I just wrote down what I was been doing. Yeah, to revert my diabetes. That's what I've done. I went to him, a few days later, he sat down and I started to read it to him. And he said, let me read this. So he took it from me, he started to read it. We both started to cry. He said one thing to me. You got the book. If he turned around to me and said, I'll never continue. He said, Lyndon, you got a book. So from that day, I just went back home, just writing, keep writing mountains. I was still on my journey, still writing. And that's when everything started to come back from the Savoy, the 90s, all the things I've been. I've got pictures in the book about Savoy, my experience in the way. But just think, if he didn't say, to write the book, I wouldn't have written it. So the book was done within 6 months. The book was done because it was just my story, just telling everything I've done. But I needed the editor to help me structure it. And I met this lady named Wendy York, my editor, and I met her at an event. And I said to her, because Darren introduced me to her, and I said to her, listen, one story that I want to portray in the book is that when I met my friend's mother, and I told her that she's got diabetes with sugar. So I said to her, listen, she said, Lyndon, the sugar get me. She said to me, can you translate that into the book? I said, yeah, of course I can. And that worked together. Yeah? Because it's that simple. It's work together. So I started to work with Wendy, and she helped me construct the book, put it together. Yeah? And from that day, this book inspired diabetic. Yeah? From before the book, just going from home to work, home to work, home to work, weekends off, family, to a year later, home event, you know, weekends event, book selling, book signing, and all that kind of thing. It's just changed, you know. Twice. I've been on so many radio stations. I've never asked to go on any of them. It's always been referrals. People say to me, Lyndon, what do you know about this? I don't know. I'm just telling you what I've done and how I've done it. But when you get people like you, it breaks it down for you, understands it. You know, the saltaride, the vitamin D stuff and all that. You know, this is why we need people like Leon, myself, and other people like to come together and share the knowledge. Because some of you like what Leon done. You say, wow, that's brilliant. Some people like what I done. But just think when you bring it together, you got the experience side of breaking it down, and then you got the layman side of just get on with it, just do it. So the first thing you got to remember is anything that I'm going to finish with you now, is go and get a HbA1c test. Yeah, go and get a HbA1c test, blood test. Yeah, okay. If you feel you're diabetic, if you got any of the symptoms, any of the symptoms, okay. Quickly cover them. Blurred vision, itchy genitals. Yeah, okay. We're adults in here, Let me tell you. I'm going to tell you about itchy genitals, okay? I'm going to be honest, I'm going to be open. Yeah, okay, I had it. Yeah? And you know something? I've been with my wife for 20 years. Okay? I've slept with nobody else. I'm a clean man. Yeah? And I can't understand why I had it. Just think, psychologically, that could turn a man into mental health issues. It's funny, but it's true. When you get something and you can't understand why you get it, you play games with the mind. Yeah? Especially when you know you're not sleeping now. So therefore they call it thrush as well. So therefore these other people out there, they're going for certain tests, for this kind of thing, but it might be something else. So you're taking something like Leon said, you're taking one tablet for something and it affects something else, so you're taking something for this, and it's not even that. Just think. You know, when Leon explained about the tablet business, because I don't really understand that tablet business thing, because I know certain people that they're on tablet, but they don't take it, but they don't tell the doctor they're not taking it.
Yes.
Yeah? Okay? So I've learned a lot today. Feeling hungry all the time. Yeah? Feeling hungry all the time. That's another one. I've missed out a bit of my story today. Wow, me being hungry. You have no idea. From eating at work, yeah, I forgot about that. From eating at work, yeah, to having my breakfast, my lunch, my dinner, yeah, going home, yeah, while I was eating on the car, yeah, and then from the car I'd have J2Os in the car, cases of it. Anybody like J2O in there? Yeah. £2.50 a bottle. I used to get a case of 12 for £5. £5.50. Yeah? Cash and carry. You know what I'm saying? You know, I like to have that. You know, that's another story. But it's in my book anyway, that journey. But when you look at what you're eating on a day-to-day basis, it's frightening. It is frightening. Breakfast, lunch and dinner and snacking. Okay? Slow healing of cuts. This affected me a lot once I was diagnosed. Yeah? One or two things go there. If I cut myself, I don't heal. Yeah? I have to plaster up, carry on working, which is not very good for health and safety reasons. But number two, I have to go home. Yeah? Because I'm not going to heal. Also, feeling very thirsty. Yeah? I don't mind feeling very thirsty because I just have enough J2O. or a ginger beer or my mango juice. You know, how many people when you're thirsty you have water? Because you're healthy now. Oh gosh. Yeah? Weight loss or weight gain, yeah? Okay, well you know that one. You need weight loss and weight gain. Urinating on a regular basis. I used to go to the toilet maybe 3-4 times an hour, easy. Because when I get to work, I used to cut the cakes, I used to eat the cakes, yeah, okay? All the sugar with the coffee and the tea and all that, eating all the time. I used to run to the toilet, come back, have something to eat, something to drink, I'd run again. And to me, that was normal. I didn't think anything was wrong with me. You know, it was like, oh, I'm going to the toilet again, big deal. And the good thing about it, no, not the good thing, the bad thing about it, is that the building that we was working in, yeah, we had a toilet in the same building, yeah? But we're not allowed to use that toilet. You know why? It's only for the guests. Yeah, for the guest that comes into that building, he's going to have a tasting or to meet the clients, whatever. So we have to go to another building. And I'll be honest with you, sometimes I didn't make it to the other building. I didn't make it. Even in my work bag now, just think this is what can mess your mind up sometimes. You know, even up to now in my work bag, I've got another spare pair of underpants. Yeah, just think. Yeah. This used to happen to me. So I thought, I need to have another spare pair of underpants. I'll tell you something else. I went to a function one night. I got out of the car, I had to go to the toilet straight away. I didn't even make it. But you know the good thing about... I can't say this is on voice. Yeah? So I'm telling you this to take care of yourselves. There's things that we do and we don't tell people. Yeah? And like Leon says, diabetes affects the prostate as well, stuff like that. And when I done my own research on prostate, I started to take saw palmetto, yeah, stinging nettle, yeah, it started to help you. Stinging nettle goes in my mum's garden. My mum's been boiling stinging nettles for years, okay. Feeling tired, I spoke about that one. But I love sleeping, so I'm happy with that. You know, I don't mind sleeping. And the last one, numbness, which I spoke about, pins and needles in your feet. Yeah, and I know a lot of people get this one. So if you get any of these symptoms, yeah, please go and get a HbA1c blood test. Question?
Yeah. What do you think about this notion that diabetes is hereditary?
It's hereditary because your family, you're eating the same things that your parents give it to you. So it's handed down. Do you know what I'm saying? But like with me, I can break the chain.
But if that was the case, I always wanted to know if there's a family of 4 or 5 children,
and
they should all get it.
They all get it.
They should all get it, but just one gets it.
It's a great area, to be honest with you. It's a great area because I don't know if my dad had diabetes. I don't know if my grandparents had diabetes. I know my mother's got diabetes. You know what I'm saying? You know, my mom's 88. And even now, you know, I was getting a blood test every month. Yeah, once a month. I ain't supposed to. You know when you're supposed to get a blood test? HbA1c blood test? Once a year. Yeah, they're trying to bring it down to 6 months. And this is like 2 years ago they were trying to implement it. They still haven't done it. I'm going to tell you. Oh, they're recording, so I can't say it. Alright, edit this, yeah? Okay. This is what happened to me. When I went to 60, my injuries went to 60. I had a meeting with my doctor, my dietitian, in the morning. I got there, she wasn't there. Yeah? I rang her, where is she? I'm still at home. I said, why are you at home? I got a meeting with you. She goes, oh, I totally forgot about it. I said, okay, fair enough. So I went home and she told me, okay, your HbA1c gone down to 60. I said, fine. So I said to myself, after that, I ain't going back for another blood test with them. Yeah, I'm not going to go and deal with them no more. Because if I've done such a great thing, such a short period of time, I don't need to be talking to you. Yeah. So what I would do, okay, when I knew it was going to end of the month, I go to my doctor's surgery. I go to the counter. I say, okay, my name's Lyndon Wissart. Can I book a blood test, please? He goes, yeah. Who would you like to book it for? Just book it for me. Fine, thank you very much. Book the blood test. I come for the blood test the following week. Yeah. Went in there. Okay, fine. I had the blood test. Come back home. They tell me, oh, your results for the blood test is in. Okay. I go in. I get it. I get a printed out sheet for it. And I go home back home. I tell nobody. Yeah. Okay. The following 3 weeks later, yeah, I went to my surgery again. I went to clinic booking out the blood test. And when I went in for the blood test, this lady goes to me, you haven't done blood test, haven't you? Yeah, I'm on this diabetes thing. You're in diabetes course. So I went in there, got the blood test, come back. The following week, they gave me the results. I went in again, got it printed out, went home. Yeah. And the following week, 3 weeks later, I went to my doctor's surgery again. I booked another blood test, went in, printed out blood test. Okay. They said, okay, went in, had the blood test. The following week, got results, went in, doctor, can I have a printout? They gave me a printout, went back home. That's it, I told nobody. I was having 3 blood tests. Every 3 months, I was having a blood test. Yes, about 6 months. I didn't tell nobody. Why? Yeah. The only time I would have done anything, they stopped me. I'm on a program. I'm diabetic, so they took a blood test. I'm not supposed to be having 1 blood test a year. Just think, if I was having 1 blood test a year, and I was 92, 12 months later, they're going to come back and say, what have you done? Even though they booked me for 3 weeks later. And when they booked me for 3 weeks later, and I was down to 77 from 92, yeah, and when they said to you, wow, and then when you get down to 60 and they don't turn up for your meeting, and they don't ask you, how did you do it, what did you do it, can you help me, yeah, I was in a diabetes course, yeah, okay, I went on to, for 3 courses I went on to, 4 courses I went to diabetes course. I finished the course, yeah, I went round to everybody, yeah, I gave them a flyer to all the nurses, the doctors that were there, everybody in there, I said, listen, this is what I've done, if you want me to help you, come and talk to me, let me know. I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting. But I'm not waiting no more. I'm just doing me. I'm just doing me. You know?
I just wanted to answer his question about diabetes. Type 1 is hereditary and type 2 is lifestyle.
Okay. Type 1 is hereditary. Okay. But I'm going to tell you a story about type 1. I'm going to tell you 3 stories about type 1. Okay. My cousin was type 1. My cousin. I grew up from his baby. Yeah, okay. He was on insulin for 19 months. He took himself off insulin with the help of his doctor and quietly without his doctor. Yeah, he's no longer on insulin. Okay. I've got another friend, yeah, who was hospitalized in a coma. They put him on, diagnosed him as type 1, yeah, on all his medications, everything, yeah. And he took himself off insulin, yeah, okay. And now he's fine without insulin, yeah, okay. And the third thing, okay, they're diagnosing people without insulin. They're diagnosing people type 1, they're not type 1. Yeah? 4th thing I'm going to add to that, Chlorella. Yeah? Do you know Chorella's got a trace of insulin in it? Exactly. Do you research? It's in a small print. And things I don't say, but there's things that can help you, but you just do a little bit of research. Because you see the thing about it, when people like me tell you certain things, yeah, okay, that goes against the grain, yeah, they want to stop you, shut you down, or control you, yeah. But you know something, when I tell you about Chlorella, yeah, and you take Chlorella, and it's helping you, that's what I need to do. I don't need to tell you that's got insulin in it, or trace of insulin, or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't tell people because I'm not a medical person. A lot of people done all this research and everything like that, yeah? But just think openly. Just think openly for a second, yeah? Okay? There's 400 million people in the world with diabetes, yeah? Okay? Why can't we find one person like myself who's done 105 days? Why can't we find a guinea pig and say, listen, we're going to get you, yeah, and we're going to get you to do what you do, okay? I was supposed to be on ITV National News, yeah? Prime time. I don't normally talk about this. Why am I talking about this now? Prime time. They rang me directly, personally. Lyndon, we'd like to book you in to come in certain time at ITV, get a conversation with you, blah, blah. Okay? So perfect. Yeah? They rang me back. They'd like to cancel you. Oh. This time I told my family and my friends, yeah, ITV. Yeah, big man, big time. Yeah, they stopped me. Yeah, okay. And I don't know if you've read any articles about any diabetes organisation this week. Okay, that's got £500,000 from a certain organisation. They would not get on the same platform as me on TV. That's why ITV didn't take me. That's my story. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's done deal. Yeah, okay. I know people. Yeah, ITV. I know people who work for ITV. I know people who work for BBC. I know people who work for Sky. Yeah. I know people, don't get me wrong. They know the problem. They won't engage with me. They won't engage with me. But I'll tell you something. I haven't got a secret weapon. I've got the best weapon. The weapon is I'm with the right people. You know what I'm saying? And it's an organisation that they said you need to be with to get you to help other people. And we're going to start it. Just like with the lady start before. Who said there was an organisation, natural, holistic, yeah?
Yeah,
Holistic,
for the doctors.
You've got some GPs and hot doctors, yeah? Listen, I've been talked about by GPs who's been at number 10. Do you know what I'm saying? I got a friend who had a meeting with Mrs. May. Do you understand me, yeah? Okay? And they mentioned me to Mrs. May. And she's type 1. Do you know what I'm saying? Diana Abbott is type 2. Yeah, okay? Dawn Butler, she's got a brother that was type 2. I've met all these people. But none of them's asked me to come and do a talk with them or ask them to do something with them. Do you hear me? Yeah? But the thing about it, their family's going to suffer. Yeah, but that's not my concern. My concern is my daughter, yeah, my family, my grandchildren, yeah, and to help the people like you who's come here today to spend time, effort, and money that want to help other people.
Yeah.
Do not protect your brand. I'm not protecting my brand. I'm expanding it. Creating awareness. That's what we're doing now. You know?
Greetings, family. This is Gotkush TV down here at the Hidden Science Academy, the hidden science of diabetes. And I'm standing next to Brother Lyndon, who is a self-healed former type 2 diabetic, family, and he healed himself primarily through, you know, his diet and them kind of things. And he was here sharing his story. Greetings and welcome to Gotkush TV, Brother Lyndon.
Thank you very much for having me on Gotkush TV.
So I mean, you're here, and it's like you're giving a personal testimony, yeah. And I also know from you what has inspired you to take on this work in terms of personal testimonies around your experience.
I think what's inspired me from what I've done and the reaction that people get. So when you go to an event, people want to talk to you and engage with you. So when I've done radio shows and people on radio, they don't phone in to ask you any questions. So when you come to an event, people want to know how you done it, what you done, and just say, so you're the guy. They want to meet you. So that's why I go out and do events, and I enjoy integrating with or engaging with other people out there, which is awesome. You know, so you get different types of people, got different issues, and it's nice to give them some guidance or a foundation of what to do for reversing their diabetes or their healthier lifestyle for themselves, you know. So yeah.
So it seems to me like you're giving a lot of information that people are not getting when they go to the doctor.
I think they're getting information, but the symptoms that they have, they're getting information, but they implementing it, you know. And some of them, because I've done it in a natural way as well, through fruits and vegetables, I think people are looking for, can I do it as well, rather than going down the medication way. So when you go to your doctor, they're going to offer you medication, but I'm not offering medication, I'm offering fruit and vegetables, you know. So they want to say, can I really get better just on this? So I'm a testimony to that, you know.
In your presentation, you gave like your 4 pointers, yeah. So just repeat them for our audience.
Well, the 4 pointers that I spoke about is mindset, diet, physical activity, and intermittent fasting. Those are the 4 basic principles that I implemented for myself. So I only came up with those 4 principles when people kept asking, how did I do it? How did I do it? How did I do it? So I thought, okay, this is how I done it. You know, yeah.
Cool. And so, in terms of like, you know, what the work that you're doing, where can people find you, get to know more about what you're doing, and stay in tune with your work?
Well, they can find me on my website, The Inspired Diabetic. I'm on my Instagram page. I'm on Facebook. The Instagram is L Wissart. Wissart is WISSART. And yeah, I'm on Facebook, LinkedIn, all social media you find me on. Because I've got a book to promote, so that's how it is. And the book's doing very well, and I'm happy with it. And to be part of the Hidden Science Academy today is awesome for Leo Marshall to invite me down to be part of this extremely organized, well informative event, which I'm happy to be part of. Brilliant, yeah.
All right, Kings and Queens, so you heard it here first. This is Brother Lyndon Wissart, and this is the Hidden Science Academy, dropping that very important information that you're not going to get many other places, Kings and Queens. So do stay tuned, locked in, locked on to the Hidden Science Academy.